IndianaSRN wants to put more kids on TV. And honestly, that's exactly what these kids deserve. They stream more than 350 high school and college games every year, giving Indiana athletes the spotlight they've earned. All games are free to watch with on-demand on their YouTube channel. The cost is amazingly affordable, which means more kids get their moment to shine. IndianaSRN, where you always have a front row seat.
Hey Indiana, let's clear the air about vaping. Glue, rat poison, paint. We all know these products contain poisons like formaldehyde, arsenic, and lead. And these are just a few of the chemicals you'll find in e-cigarette vapor. Let's clear the air, Indiana. Don't puff this stuff. Visit don'tpuffthisstuff.com to join the fight and spread the word.
We encourage you to follow us on Twitter at IndianaSRN. Find upcoming games, video highlights, and much more. Follow us now at IndianaSRN.
Hello everyone and welcome to Scecina High School, or I should say to Cathedral High School tonight as we get set for the city championship. Scecina coming into this one at 11-4. They've won their last four after wins over Tech and Crispus Attucks to get to this championship contest, and they'll be taking on Cathedral. The Fighting Irish have won their last five. They're now 12-3 on the season, knocking off Ritter by 13 to advance to the title game here tonight. High school basketball is being brought to you by Reynolds Farm Equipment, your local hometown John Deere dealer since 1955 with 5 central Indiana locations. Reynolds meets all your equipment, parts, and service needs. Boilermaker Local 374, representing skilled workers across Indiana. Discover the Boilermaker advantage with Local 374. Burtner Electric, spark with confidence, your trusted electrician partners since 1986. Wheeler Mission, helping our neighbors in need since 1893, thanks to generous, caring individuals like you. Morales Group Staffing, building better futures one story at a time. Let us help you find your next opportunity. LifeWise Academy. LifeWise Academy brings Bible education to public school students during school hours. Learn more at lifewise.org. LIUNA, the Build America Union, 500,000 strong and fighting for better wages, safer job sites, and greater opportunities. And the IndianaSRN sports page, sports from border to border, coast to coast, your source for high school, college, and pro sports. You got to look at us a little bit ago. Troy Dargowski along with none other than Tony Donahue. Great to have you with us for this championship matchup here tonight. Now, I said a little bit ago we're at Scecina. We're actually at Cathedral. I live close to Scecina, and I also live close to Tech. And the reason we're playing this one here tonight, Tony, at Cathedrals because IPS did not have school today, so they moved it here to Cathedral.
And I think the name of the game tonight is adjustments, right? So we've adjusted throughout this tournament. The 2 games on Saturday got moved up to noon and 2. Kind of a different adjustment, right? Your body is used to probably being in the classroom or at the lunchroom around that time. And then the adjustment, too, that both of these teams have made. Cathedral erased a 13-point deficit in that win in the semifinal on Saturday, and it was based on a 16-2 run, finishing that first half out and then starting with some momentum into the third quarter. And as far as Scecina, they were on the gas the entire game Saturday afternoon. They looked good. They shared the basketball. They got up and down, and they forced turnovers defensively, which then pushed to offensive transition buckets. So it's been all about adjustments here over the last 72, 48 hours, right? You didn't have school yesterday. We had that storm come in. That's what made us move up that game on Saturday. But it's been adjustments throughout this tournament, and that's what the IHSAA tournament is about coming up in about a month or so. This is really a simulation of that. Things can happen. You may play one day and play the next. You get to a semi-state matchup, you may play at 10 a.m. and then again at 6. So this whole tournament's been about adjustments. Both these teams did that on their own Saturday in their games. Obviously, it was a Scecina team that did get off to a fast start, but they had to make some adjustments. As you and I talked about in that broadcast, they had some players get into foul trouble. They had to go deep into their bench. Usually 7, 8 players. They went 9, 10 deep on Saturday. So it'll be interesting to see how those legs are now. You've had a couple of days to get refreshed, kind of sit back, hopefully relax, stay warm, and we should have a good one here tonight. From Cathedral, the other adjustment, right? Scecina, you go from playing on a mutual court, and I'm sure we'll get a great shot. Some Scecina fans here. There is, if you look across there's a lot of maroon, a lot of different things. And when you think about Cathedral, right, this becomes a home game, right? And we saw the girls win this tournament a week and a half ago on this floor, and the crowd got into it. So impressed by Scecina's turnout here coming up north. But again, adjustment. You go from a game that was supposed to be played at Tech, as you mentioned. Now you're playing it on the road. This becomes a true road environment.
All right, and that's what I want to ask you about for Scecina. You're on the road now where it was a neutral court. How much do they have to get ready for a game that really, when you kind of look at it now, you think a Cathedral has to be the favorite?
Yeah, when you're on the road playing basketball, what's one of the biggest keys? Take that crowd out of it early. You want to get off to a fast start here. You don't want to allow Cathedral to get second chance opportunities. They are very lengthy. I know we're going to talk about Pippins as a guy who had some big-time offensive rebounds on Saturday. Obviously, Keaton Aldridge, just his size down low. His presence is huge. And again, for Scecina here tonight, get off to a fast start. Make those threes. We saw him shoot 0 for 4 to start on Saturday from downtown. Get a couple of those go down here early.
There's the probable starters for tonight. Now, they've gone with this lineup over their first 2 games of this tournament. I would expect nothing different here tonight. We still haven't seen Ian Shellhouse, though he is warming up tonight, their big 6'8" post player, but I'm not sure we'll even see him this evening.
Yeah, and Collins had a big-time game on Saturday to advance them here to the finals tonight. This is a Scecina team that likes to shoot it from the outside, but they get a lot of their buckets in transition. So when it's Cathedral's opportunity on the offensive glass, they like to go to the glass. I mean, what do they have, 16, 17 offensive rebounds?
Yeah.
I mean, it was crazy, the second chance opportunities that Cathedral got. If you're Scecina, grab that board off the rim, don't give them a second chance opportunity, and run on this Cathedral team.
You mentioned a little bit about this Cathedral ball club. They've won their last 5, though, again, Ritter gave them a little bit of a tussle in that semifinal. They're going to have to get something big out of Aldridge again tonight. Pippins came off the bench. You alluded to that as well. 15 points in that Ritter win, and they'll certainly need him tonight.
Yeah, I'll tell you what, you don't want to find – Coach Delaney will tell you don't want to find yourselves down 13 points tonight because this is a athletic and speedy team for the Scecina Crusaders. But for Cathedral, as mentioned, look, these are 2 of the hottest teams right now in the Circle City. We learned that on Saturday. Obviously, both coming in with winning streaks. It's who else can step up. Tristan Lloyd, what was he, 1 of 7 from downtown to start the game on Saturday. I think he ended up winding up 2 of 9. So you want to see that 3 ball go down, but you don't want to rely on it. This is a team in Cathedral that scores 75 points on the season. They were a little bit short of that on Saturday after that slow start, but they're 50% from downtown, so you want to see those go in here early in the game, unlike on Saturday, which got them down 13 points because I think they started 2 of 10 from downtown. So when you have that slow start, you're going to find yourselves down, and this Scecina team, I think, is a team that's not going to allow you to come back from double digits.
You make a little bit of a comment there about this Scecina team, especially what they can do offensively, but their defense isn't too bad at all. They only give up 48 points per game.
Yeah, matchup zone, and we saw that. On Saturday, they took the opposition out of the rhythm. They held a team that was, scoring 62 points a game to 37, I believe. So This defense, they turn you over. They pick you up at half court. They'll bring you full court pressure. But then again, they're very active. They get into the passing lanes. We're going to see so many deflections tonight. And it's those things that maybe don't show up in the box score, right? One teammate gets the deflection, the other teammate gets the steal, which leads to a transition bucket. So I thought we saw a lackadaisical Cathedral team in about that first 11 to 12 minutes of that game on Saturday, and they had a timeout with about 4.5 to go in that second quarter, and Coach Lane was like, we're down 13. Guys, this is, we're not going to play in the city championship for, the third or fourth straight season if we keep playing like this. So, you don't want to take those early timeouts. Crisp passes, make sure that you're leading your man. I mean, when you have somebody down low, like Keaton Aldridge that can clear some space, be patient working the ball inside out to him.
One other thing about Cathedral, too, is I want to get your take on how they're going to attack that matchup zone. If it is as active as we have seen Cecina, and I watched them play against Tech, and they were actually better in that game than they were against Crispus Attucks. How will Cathedral have to attack it?
Yeah, if you're Keaton Aldridge, you are obviously the leading scorer on this team. 18 points, 8 rebounds, 5 assists. You want to get the basketball right around the free throw line, right in that paint area and above, extended from the free throw line to the paint. That's where you want to get the basketball to break out of that zone. But it's got to be a quick decision. You got to either decide if you're going to turn and go to the cup and go to the rack and try to get a bucket or try to get foul, or make that extra pass. So we're going to see a lot of down screens, and this is all going to work through tonight with Keaton Aldridge, who averages 5 assists per contest. But it's going to have to be quick decisions when he gets the ball right around the free throw line.
Does Cathedral have a little bit of an edge, too, from the standpoint they've been here many more times than Cecina has?
It's always good to shoot in your home gym. I mean, this is a gym that obviously they're practicing in every day. They know what it looks like. Cecina probably doesn't play here more than once every couple of years because of the class difference. So always nice to shoot. Always nice to sleep in your own bed.
Yeah, no doubt about it. When we come back, we'll get things tipped off. City Championship is coming up right here on Indiana SRN.
At this time, we invite you to please rise if you are able for the playing of our.
We encourage you to subscribe to our YouTube channel, Indiana SRN. Hit the bell to get notifications for upcoming games and more. Watch as many games as you want, as many times as you want.
At Morales Group Staffing, we are all about building better futures. And during these times, we are working hard to put people to work. We are now hiring for hundreds of jobs with pay up to $17 an hour. Visit our website at moralesgroup.net or text JOBS, JOBS, to 317-472-7600 to apply now and get hired today.
From warehousing to transportation and everything in between, Piper Logistics does it all. Centrally located, Piper Logistics has 2 warehouses in Indianapolis and a warehouse in Cincinnati, Ohio. Piper Logistics houses over 1 million square feet. Along with our transportation department, we can provide service to half the United States markets.
We encourage you to follow us on Twitter at IndianaSRN. Find upcoming games, video highlights, and much more. Follow us now at IndianaSRN.
Welcome back to Cathedral High School, the City Alliance Championship game here on Indiana SRN. Here's how Cecina will start tonight. Jalen Foster, who had 10 against Crispus Attucks, he wears number 0. Bryce Mathis wearing number 2, coming off a 16-point performance against Crispus Attucks. Ian Collins had a great game. He wears number 5. He had 19 in that semifinal win. Caleb Davis wears number 11. He had 6 against the Tigers. And Adrian Hill wears number 23. He also had 6 against Crispus Attucks. Cathedral expected to go with Skylar Rogers, coming off a 14-point performance against Ritter. He wears number 2. Braden Miles, he wears number 11. He did not score in that game against Ritter. Julian Smith, 11 in the win in the semifinal with he'll wear number 13. Keaton Aldridge, he's kind of the guy that makes his team go. Aldridge had 16. He wears number 30. And then Jackson Delaney did not score against Ritter. He wears number 34, but you're going to see a lot of Braylon Pippins out of the bench here tonight for Cathedral. We always turn it back over to Tony and keys to this one here tonight.
Yeah, I think who's going to step up for Cathedral, right? Obviously, Rogers had 14 the other night. Aldridge is your leading scorer with 18 points per contest. He had 16. And for Cena, it's 0, 2, and 5. It is Foster, it is Mathis, and it is Collins. Collins had a big night. He kind of took over the game. Yeah. You know, it was a blowout win, but when Cecina pulled away and led by as many as 18, he was the one stepping on the gas. He had a bunch of steals, forced turnovers. As far as Cathedral goes, get off to a good start here because you found yourself down 13 on Saturday. You don't want to find yourself down early in this contest.
Now the good news for Cecina, Ian Shellhouse is in the starting lineup. He is 6'8". He gives them, and I had a chance to talk with him briefly. He's getting that right knee worked on by the trainer, but he is 6'8", and they're going to be so happy to have him back.
Yeah, and it's a rim protector. I mean, you look on the other side, Keaton Aldridge is an elite rim protector for Cathedral. Now you insert in Shellhouse, who was he was the biggest cheerleader on Saturday, right? He didn't play, but he was cheering. He was up making sure his teammates were staying hyped, staying ready to go. That's going to be a huge matchup now. How does he defend Keaton Aldridge, who really the other day, Ritter did not have a single chance to really slow him down.
You know, the other thing about Shellhouse is, from a game standpoint, how ready is he to go? Because, again, conditioning's a little bit different when you're playing in a game.
Yeah, and you're coming off an injury. You're coming off the holidays. Now you're coming off like, hey, Saturday we played, but now we're taking a couple days off. So this should be pretty normal scheduling, right? You're used to playing Tuesday night games.
All right, it'll be Cathedral basketball to begin this one here, the City Alliance Championship game. Rogers will kick it out to Julian Smith. Misses the first shot. Ball loose on the floor. It'll be Cecina ball.
I like the three-point shot there. It was a good look. Just didn't get it to go. When that double team comes from Cecina, you have to make that quick pass, find the open teammate.
So now the Crusaders with the basketball, and we got a foul. That's going to go against Skylar Rogers, and that'll be his first, and we'll head to the free throw line.
You certainly don't want Rogers to get in foul trouble. I know that's only one in the first 32 seconds, but he's one of your engines on this team. Rogers is one of the guys that, down the stretch you want in this game.
So Bryce Mathis at the free throw line will give Cecina the early 1-0 lead.
Free throws, we talked about it Saturday, right? You know, both of the games that we had on Saturday didn't go down to the wire, but there were a lot of missed free throws on both sides of the basketball.
Crusaders lead it 2-0. Aldridge off now to Smith. They'll work it left side. Rogers for three, missed it, and Shellhouse with a rebound.
Yeah, you see that right here. Number 4, Shellhouse just had the block out. One and done, back-to-back possessions for the Irish. They're 0 for 2 from downtown. Remember on Saturday they started 1 of 7.
And they'll run that weave a lot.
Yeah, and it's quick, right? You have to make adjustments. Nice spin move there, gets it right back. And it looks like Aldridge took one right to the face on an elbow.
Foster. 4-0. Yeah, he looks a little shaken up, doesn't he?
Yeah, there was an elbow to the face there. There was contact, but no foul called, and it led to an easy bucket.
Aldridge. Yep, that'll be the first turnover.
Again, what happened there is the defense collapses right where Aldridge needs to be. He just didn't make the decision. Do you go up with it, or do you find the open man? By the time he tried to find the open man, he slid into the travel.
You know, I got to ask you, though, I'm sure there's a lot of people think, listen, Cecina doesn't have a shot at winning this game. I would imagine, other than their fans and them, most people don't think they do have a shot tonight.
Well, when you're athletic and you start 3 for 3 and you get Cathedral down 7, which was what we talked about, don't get down here early. Touchdown lead early for the visiting Cecina Crusaders.
It is a 30-second timeout. And it's a 7-0 lead. Tonight's game brought to you by Reynolds Farm Equipment, the leading equipment dealer serving farmers, homeowners, landscapers, and commercial contractors in Indiana. Give them a call, 317-849-0810, and couldn't ask for any better start than that.
Yeah, 2 high percentage looks inside of the paint, a kick out for 3, and a knockdown to go up 7-0. And what do we talk about? It's no longer a neutral site game. This is a road game for Cecina. I see the Cathedral student section sitting down. Who's up over here making noise? Cecina. The Crusaders early in this game. I know we're only a minute 39 in, but they've already taken the crowd a little bit out of it. I see a very sparse and quiet Cathedral student section over there.
In fact, I think there's more Cecina fans here than Cathedral for sure.
Yeah, and this is what the city tournament is. It means something to everybody. And hey, we need to take away that home court advantage. We need our fans. Cecina showed out.
Drive down the lane is Braylon Pippins checking into the lineup. He is instant offense.
Yeah, and we'll see what they do now with Delaney out and Pippins in. Pippins was 7 of 8 from the free throw line on Saturday for 15 points.
By the way, Shellhouse picked up the foul. There is some question of whether it was a shooting foul.
It was definitely on the ground. Yeah, Good call. We're right above them here from our little perch at Cathedral. That was certainly, I didn't see an attempt there to go up towards the basket, so great call.
Irish 2 minutes in, they still haven't scored. Aldridge drives and draws the foul. Now they're either going to get Foster or Shellhouse.
So here's the adjustment that Cecina is going to have to make defensively, as we talked about. Aldridge, big body, and look, when he has that first boost, that burst of speed from that point from the free throw line and he goes to the cup, he's either going to score or get fouled. Great decision making there. Gets the pass, goes straight to the hole, gets fouled, misses the first free throw.
Caleb Davis will check in as Shellhouse picked up his second. Now, one thing about Keaton Aldridge, he was 5 of 11 from the free throw line. The other night, he's missed his first. He's 1 of 2 now.
Yeah, got to make free throws because they're free, as we talked about on Saturday.
That's what it's all about. By the way, Collins, leading scorer the other night. They want to get him going. He wears number 5 again for this Cecina team. There he is with the basketball.
Great job up top there by Skylar Rogers of denying the passing lane, switching the defender.
The drive, the kick, Caleb Davis in the lane. Almost losing the basketball. There's Hill.
Yeah, this is the real first sloppy possession we've seen offensively from Cecina.
Oh, there's going to be a travel against Ian Collins.
I think it was more of a double dribble. I think when he collected the ball, he put it back down and kept moving the feet. But a great defensive possession. It started with Rogers on the denial, and then the switch off, and then in the passing lanes, Cathedral kind of giving Cecina a little bit dose of their own medicine. Cecina's been so good this year defensively.
Entry pass, turnover number 2.
Yeah, that was one of those no-look passes. If he probably would have looked, it probably would have got into him.
Well, you don't think that maybe Coach Delaney told his team he needed to pick it up on defense?
Yeah, this is such a quick Cecina team offensively on that first boost, that first burst when you have the basketball so quick off the dribble.
Cecina's been held scoreless over the last minute after getting out to an early 7-0 lead. Collins kicks it back outside to Foster for 3, missed it short. Cecina gets it back, wide open, layup good.
Yeah, great offensive rebound on the long miss. Great extra pass down low, kept that ball above shoulders length. That's a 3 you don't need.
Yeah, that's way off the mark by Julian Smith after the 3 by Hill. Back the other way, Collins for 3, no.
Yeah, that would have, and look, just a hustle play down low. That might have led to another timeout. Cecina doing a great job here early of controlling the defensive glass.
That was Caleb Davis, by the way, who just came into the lineup for Shellhouse. Miles coming in for Cathedral. He wears number 11. Also coming in will be Jackson Delaney. He did start the other night, but he didn't start this one this evening.
Yeah, I think you got to go to Jalen Foster on this possession. Going up against Delaney, he's got a little bit of a size advantage.
I still think that something was said in that timeout about their defense because they've really picked it up.
Yeah, that defensive intensity is going to get you back in this game.
Mathis off the drive. It'll not be a shooting foul. Looks like they got Braden Miles. So Miles picks up number 1.
Yeah, watch for a back screen here over the top to Foster, see if he can get a screen and make something happen going down court.
Here's a 3 on the way, missed. Rebound, put back, no, but good inside position that time by Adrian Hill.
Third offensive rebound. Second one led to a bucket. This one leads to another opportunity on a second chance.
Already 3 team fouls now by the Irish. Foster, the drive down the lane, stripped out of his hands, turnover.
Yeah, great job there by Aldridge. Another one of those things that may not show up as a steal. Great pass by Aldridge. He has got such great court vision, but they couldn't get that one to fall.
Miles missed the layup. Coach Delaney showing his disgust on that miss, and there's a turnover back the other way.
Ooh, got away with the travel there, but another bucket off of a turnover here.
Julian Smith, his first 2. 3 turnovers by Cecina. Davis back the other way, layup good.
Yep, he thought about the 3 because he was open. When Delaney came to him, he turned on the jets, used the hezzy to lay it in off the glass.
Here's Aldridge, the double team. No whistle on that one. Nice pass down low. The extra pass for Delaney, a turnover.
It was the right decision, just the wrong pass.
Collins way short on the shot. Ball goes out of bounds. It'll go over to the Irish.
Yeah, I mean, both teams getting a little sloppy here midway through this quarter. Under 3 minutes to go. Can Cathedral finish out a quarter? Remember in the second quarter on Saturday, they finished that quarter out. It was a 12-3 extended run that got them back into it. Can they do that here?
Under 3 minutes remaining now in this opening quarter. Irish really struggling on offense. Each team now with 3 turnovers. Off the screen, Lloyd back to Aldridge. Turnover number 4.
Yeah, you got to look up when you dribble at times, right? Ball's going to get turned over if you're not looking up. Great pass.
Nice pass underneath. Layup good by Adrian Hill, who now has 4.
Have Jerry cut that for the highlight reel. That's that back cut straight down. Nice and easy off the glass.
Smith, the 3, no good. Able to get his own rebound.
Cathedral 0 of 4 from downtown in this first quarter.
Aldridge, the drive, the kick. The 3 is up, and it is good.
Right on cue. Now 1 of 4. They got a 3 to go in. And once you see that first one go in, especially for this Cathedral team that shoots 50% from the outside, they're going to see a lot more going.
Little cross action at the top of the key. Here's Mathis on the drive and then turns it over.
Yeah, great defense. The length of Delaney caused that turnover.
So now the Fighting Irish will attack. Here is Delaney down low.
I like it. We didn't see a lot of aggression out of Delaney, but this opportunity here that he has in this first quarter. He started, went to the bench, came in, lowered the shoulder, and I love the way they're using the glass tonight.
Yeah. Delaney, by the way, did not score in that game against Ritter. It gets his first 2 tonight. Lead cut to 5. Here is Davis on the drive, the kick. Mathis for 3, no.
Knocked down their first 2. They've now missed their last 3 from the outside.
Smith down the lane, no. Rebounded by Hill.
That was one of those momentum misses, right?
Yeah.
Like you have the clear lane to go up with, but your momentum takes you too far. You try to adjust. Short.
Davis, way short in the corner. Delaney with a rebound.
Keep pushing. Keep pushing if you're Cathedral. Great pass.
Aldridge, bucket good.
Great pass there. That is very, very good team basketball on the offensive end. Dish it out. Aldridge sees that court so well, gets it right back, lays it in.
Miles able to get the assist on that one. Beatty Insurance, one of our sponsors tonight. Company that understands the industry and what's on the line for you. Give Lance a call, 812-522-5640.
I think if you're Cecina here, you're holding for the last shot. It's a 9-2 Cathedral run since that 3:30 mark. I think you hold for the last shot here.
Boomer Minch drives.
That's
and a foul call. Oh, they're going to give him 2.
Yep, that's a good call. Aldridge got to the spot in time, but he started falling back kind of on his own. It was a timing play. I thought it was the right call.
I'm going to say the foul was actually on Tristan Lloyd, his first.
Which is good because you don't want Aldridge to get in foul trouble.
Minch misses the first. Armani Wells will check in. Also coming in will be Rogers now for Cathedral.
So Cathedral's been on a run here, 9-2. See what happens. I think if you're Cecina, make this free throw, play 20 seconds of great, intense defense, maybe turn over Cathedral. Bare minimum, you go to the end of the quarter up 4.
Minch hits the second of 2. Now 4-point lead, and Fighting Irish spreading the floor. Here's Aldridge. Pass underneath. It goes out of bounds. Turnover as Wells can't handle it.
Yeah, force a turnover. Yes, there's only 2.1 seconds on the clock, but you're going to get the last shot of the quarter.
Long-range shot is on the way, just short by Davis. Head of the second, 4-point lead for Cecina.
Thinking about what to do after high school? Consider a career with Boilermakers Local 374. As a Boilermaker apprentice, you'll earn while you learn. We offer excellent wages and benefits, and as part of our no-cost hands-on apprenticeship program, you'll learn from the best in state-of-the-art training centers and on the job. Become a union Boilermaker and get on your way to a great career. Find out more, visit www.local374.org or call 219-845-1000.
Tonight's game brought to you in part by Boilermaker Local 374. They represent highly skilled, highly motivated workers in field construction and metal fabrication in Indiana. Whether it's a new build, upgrade, or facility maintenance, you can count on Boilermaker Local 374. Period number 2 is underway. It'll be Fighting Irish basketball. Aldridge, the handoff now to Armani Wells, who will drive and lay it off the glass with the left hand.
Length and speed right there from Wells. Gets into the paint, kind of hangs on the hesitation, makes it a high percentage bucket, and got it to go.
And what was at one point an 8-point lead, Tony's been cut to 2.
Yeah, and it's really started defensively, as you see right here. I mean, they were back in, you mentioned in the first quarter, the defense intensity picked up really after they made that first 3 to Cathedral, picked up the defensive intensity, and now they're on a run.
Yeah, and this is making Cecina very uncomfortable.
Yeah, they're all up in your grill. They're not allowing you to get good looks, as you see here from distance.
Yeah, Collins missed that one.
Yeah, and it was Cecina hitting their first 2 threes. Now they've missed 5 in a row.
Rogers got the rebound. Ian Collins picked up the foul. Collins had 19 against Ritter. He's not scored, I should say, against Crispus Attucks. He has not scored tonight. Not ready to bring Adrian Hill back in the lineup. Aldridge off the drive. Ooh, that one turned over.
Yeah, I think he was waiting for Delaney after the screen to kind of cut to the basket. Delaney never did. He forced one up there.
This will be a mid-range jumper. Good. How about Ian Collins?
Yeah, got to get Collins going here, right? Defense comes to you, pump fake that 3, step into a high percentage bucket. Much needed bucket here from Cecina.
Another turnover. That's number 7.
They're starting to pile up.
Minch back the other way.
Runs being answered by runs here, and it's back to a 6-point advantage.
Aldridge down the lane, right hand good.
Yeah, this is the Aldridge you want to see, right? Not even thinking twice, going straight to the basket, but they're going to try to match him right back here on the offensive side of the basketball for Cecina.
Delaney picks up the foul. We go back to the free throw line. You saw Boomer right there able to nail that shot.
Yeah, great job keeping that ball above the shoulders and laying it in. That's what you want to do when you have that height advantage.
So here is Bryce Mathis, 2 for 2 from the line. Now make it 3 of 3. He has 6. Well, right now the Fighting Irish trying to find that right combination. They keep bringing players in and out.
Yeah, I thought Delaney has brought some good minutes. When he's out there with Aldridge, it's set a screen and roll. But we'll see what Cathedral can do here with Aldridge on the bench for the first time in this first half.
After the miss, Rogers back the other way, missed badly. Ball tipped. Picked up there by Smith. His jumper good.
Yeah, nice job on the little floater there to go. And we're trading baskets back and forth, Troy. This is going to be a fast final 6 minutes of this first half.
Julian Smith now with 4. Pace for Cecina slowing down a little bit as they take it inside, and Mathis has his shot blocked.
Yeah, too much size there from Wells. Wells kind of hung in the air, and then by the time it was either go up or bring it down and travel, he had to throw it up, leads to an easy block.
By the way, Mathis picked up the foul on the way back. That is his first. Second team foul now on Cecina.
See if they can get Braylon Pippins going here offensively for the Cathedral Fighting Irish.
Well, he was big in their win over Ritter, as you mentioned earlier. Here's Smith. Irish have a chance to tie with a 3 right here. Wells can't get it to go. Ball knocked out of bounds, and it's going to go the other way. It's off Pippins.
Yeah, I think if you're Cecina here offensively, you're going to get yourself into a nice set some down screens, and see if you can get Foster going towards the basket on maybe a backdoor cut for a bucket.
So now Cecina with the basketball. Good look here at Mathis, and we have a moving screen by Jalen Foster.
Yeah, Foster kind of just lost his footing, and then by the time he collected himself, he'd already ran into the defender, so it's going to be a foul. You want to see on that quick pass, he had 2 defenders, one on his right hip, one on his left hip. That's when you roll to the basket. You've got the size advantage. If you can be found cutting towards the basket, you're going to score almost every time.
Ryan Gold has checked in for the Fighting Irish as he works the point. Smith, and looks like we may have another one, this time the other way by Armani Wells.
We're exchanging moving screens here, but great job by the officials. You're going to call it one way, you're going to call it the other, and it was both calls on each end of the moving screens were the right calls.
Tonight's game brought to you by Piper Logistics. For more than 2 decades, the seasoned professionals at Piper have been the trusted partners for inventory management, warehouse fulfillment, and transportation. Give them a call, 317-396-1023. A lot of ragtag basketball right here. Turnaround jumper short by Foster.
Yeah, Foster dribbled into a double team, picked up his dribble, and then kind of panicked with the fadeaway.
Falling to the floor and a whistle as Tristan Lloyd gets fouled. They may get Boomer on this one. Boomer Mintz picked up his first.
Yeah, it looked like he kind of just tripped him up, got a little bit of the footing there, and it was enough for the foul.
I wonder why my mom didn't name me Boomer. What about you?
Ah, man. I don't know.
I don't have a cool name at all.
You know, if my mom was I was born in '88, so if my mom was a big Bengals fan, that would make sense. But she wasn't.
No.
Maybe if I lived in Cincy. How many boomers are in Cincinnati growing up in the early 90s, just like Peyton's here in Indianapolis?
Exactly. Here's Julian Smith. Now it'll be Lloyd. Take that back. Gold driving, missing. Aldridge with the rebound. He will find Lloyd for 3. No good.
Halfway down, spun out on Lloyd. Lloyd is 2 of his last 10 from deep.
Turnover by Bryce Mathis. Tony, 6 turnovers by Cecina, 8 by Cathedral.
Yeah, about even, right? You want to keep that 12 or below. I think whoever can keep the turnover battle below 12 is going to ultimately have the best opportunity to win this game. But that's one of those turnovers.
Now the Fighting Irish have outscored Cecina 15-10 after that early 9-1 lead. Ball is kicked out of bounds. Turnover again by Cecina.
Yeah, the scoring that was of a plenty in that first quarter plus has kind of slowed down here, which would favor Cathedral, obviously trying to come from behind, trailed by as many as 8 in this first half.
So Fighting Irish basketball, they go inside, foul on Hill.
Yeah, just a little bit too aggressive there. You want to get that steal, and you want to go over the back and go over the top. That's going to be called a foul every time. 3:37 to go here, Troy. Free throws the remainder for Cathedral. You got to work inside out and live at the free throw line here for the remainder of this half.
Pippen 7 of 8 in the win over Ritter, gets his first point of the night.
Better watch that Better watch that left foot. That was almost almost got a lane violation there.
Pippins will get one more. Better balance this time.
Nice and smooth. Yeah, like you said, 7 of 8 on Saturday. Knocks those 2 down with ease. And Cathedral, this is as close as they have been since that opening 30 seconds.
Down by 1. Good look here at Collins. Collins just 2 points in the first half.
Yeah, and it was a great point by you in that first quarter. The defensive intensity really picked up for Cathedral. That's allowed them to erase that 8-point first quarter deficit.
And that defense has really forced them out as Davis trying to find some driving lanes. There's just nothing there.
Yeah, and it's just too much one-on-one basketball now for Cecina. And when you dribble it, you got nothing, you kick it out to a teammate, and he also has nothing.
Nice cut to the baseline, and I believe we got a foul call.
That's it's on the other opposite end of the court from us. That was a tough call. I thought you kind of looked like to me you defended straight up without fouling. And another long possession here defensively for Cathedral.
Shot in the lane, no good by Davis. Fighting Irish rebound. Here's Aldridge on the run.
Great pass.
Kick in the corner. Smith for 3. Good.
Finally got one to go down. A nice corner 3. Just great job sharing the basketball there from Cathedral on that transition bucket.
And they have the lead for the first time.
Yeah, first time tonight, going up 2. Yeah, no panic in this Cathedral team, right? Obviously, you find yourself down early, 9-1. A couple threes early on by Cecina. But now both teams bonus rest of this half.
Wanted to mention that Brady Wendell has checked in for Cathedral, as you see Mathis at the line. Wendell wears number 15. We did not see Wendell play the other night. 21-20. As you saw, Mathis hit 1 of 2 from the charity stripe. The drive, what a strong drive there by Julian Smith.
Gotta love the confidence. You knock down a 3, come back, pump fake drive all the way to the lane and score the bucket.
In the corner, Boomer can't get it, Minch misses.
Here comes Cathedral, up 3. See if they can push this to a 2-possession game. Back-to-back threes? No.
Oh, almost.
Yeah, good look. Almost a heat check. When you're on your own little 5-1 mini run, you're going to get that heat check.
The drive, the kick. Here is Hill from the corner. Can't get it to go, and they've gone cold.
Yeah, back-to-back. Pretty okay looks from corner 3 there. Just couldn't get him to go. And Cecina all of a sudden cold from distance.
So now the Fighting Irish with 90 seconds remaining. There's a drive and a turnover by Wendell.
Yeah, great job defensively there by Foster, getting in the passing lane, knocking that ball loose, leads to a turnover, and we're itching closer, Troy, to double digits both sides when it comes to the turnover battle.
Yeah, 9 now by the Fighting Irish. Good look here at Minch. Here's a 3 by Mathis.
Yeah, they've fallen in love with the 3 ball. They missed their last 5, and only one of those 5 have actually been good looks.
Wide open the other way is Gold for 3.
I'll be getting a timeout here. I know there's 53 seconds. You're down 6, but Cathedral's a stop and a score away from being up 8 going into halftime after trailing by 8 early on in that first quarter.
Tonight's game brought to you by Dynamark Graphics Group, your local one-stop shop for print, signs, promo products, apparel, and more. If you'd like more information, call 317-328-2555 and another turnover.
Yep, and it's going to lead to a bucket here.
Aldridge.
Yeah, tough. You probably should have called that timeout with 54 seconds. Now you're not going to. Up 28-20, and it's been the defensive intensity here from Cathedral that's flipped this game.
Got a whistle and a foul call on the drive by Jalen Foster. At one point, again, it was 9-1. Cecina had the lead.
So it was 13 on Saturday. They flipped that to a 13-point win. Down 8 here. They flipped it to up 8 heading into halftime. Obviously, Cecina here with free throws, but Cathedral's going to end the half once again with possession, with a chance to take momentum into the locker room, which is exactly what they did Saturday in that comeback win.
Tony, it tells you, again, is that if you're looking, say, what is the coach, what influence might he have on a team? After that timeout by Coach Delaney, that was a different ball club.
Yeah, and it was, hey, what are we doing? We're down again. We just had the same conversation 72 hours ago. Let's push that defensive intensity. That's going to lead to scoring, and it's really been defense that's turned into offense in this comeback for Cathedral.
After the 2 free throws by Jalen Foster, the lead down to 6.
He's going to take this by himself. Get the screen and go.
Aldridge down the lane. Scoop shot good.
It's unstoppable. He's just wide-bodied, can finish. He's so smooth with it. We talked Saturday. It's almost like he's a mini Julius Randle. We saw it there when he's gathered and composed and is going towards the cup with the momentum. He is going to score and hard to stop. He's had a huge first half.
By the way, Cathedral holding Cecina to just 8 points in that second quarter.
Yeah, and it was defense, right? There was a lot of forced threes from way outside that Cecina put up. A lot of turnovers, live ball turnovers, which led to transition buckets for Cathedral. We talked about that at the beginning of the game. What was the key? And it was live ball turnovers. Cathedral's going to try to turn you over and then go right to the rim. So great job here by Cathedral. Huge second quarter.
We'll take a timeout. It's an 8-point lead.
Hey, thanks for joining us tonight. We consider it a privilege to have you as one of our listeners and viewers. If you'd like to see more content just like tonight, just hit the donate button. Every dollar that you donate will go right back into more games right here on IndianaSRN, which means more games for you. It's IndianaSRN, where you always have a front row seat.
This is the hotel breakfast.
It looked different online.
Do you children like eggs? Here, they make your bones grow.
It'll be fine. It's gonna be fine.
All right, guys. Look alive.
Is it fine, Daryl?
I'm starving.
When free hot breakfast can make or break your day, it matters where you stay.
Go get him.
Hampton by Hilton. Hilton for the
High school basketball brought to you by Risk Work. We make people feel safe. We protect your business. If you'd like more information, call 317-379-6755. And by LIUNA, the Build America Union, 500,000 strong, fighting for better wages and benefits, safer job sites, and greater opportunities. We are LIUNA. It was 14-10. Cecina had a 4-point lead after one. They trail it by 8 here at halftime.
IndianaSRN wants to put more kids on TV. And honestly, that's exactly what these kids deserve. They stream more than 350 high school and college games every year, giving Indiana athletes the spotlight they've earned. All games are free to watch with On Demand on their YouTube channel. The cost is amazingly affordable, which means more kids get their moment to shine. IndianaSRN, where you always have a front row seat.
From warehousing to transportation and everything in between, Piper Logistics does it all. Centrally located, Piper Logistics has 2 warehouses in Indianapolis and a warehouse in Cincinnati, Ohio. Piper Logistics houses over 1 million square feet. Along with our transportation department, we can provide service to half the United States markets.
Here's your first half scoring. First off for Cecina, Bryce Mathis led the way with 7, 4 by Foster, 2 by Collins, Caleb Davis with 2, Adrian Hill had 4, and Boomer Minch with 3 points. For Cathedral in the first half, they were led by Julian Smith with 9, Keaton Aldridge also with 9, Lloyd had 3, Gold had 3, Wells finished with 2 points by Pippins, and Delaney also with 2. Cecina turned the ball over 8 times in the first half. Cathedral turned the ball over 9 times in the first half as well. As you look to the second half, what do you expect?
You know, you could say 9 turnovers, but how many of those were live ball? And it seemed like every time Cathedral turned over Cecina, it was a live ball, which led to a bucket. I was just talking to Cathedral's head football coach, Peebles, and he said Aldridge just has that motor that you can't teach, and he does. When he gets the basketball, we talked about, you have to be aggressive. Make that decision. Is it going to be a backdoor extra pass, or are you going to go to the rim to score. And so far in the first half, he's made great decisions when getting that basketball right around that free throw line.
Halftime score, 30-22.
Did you know, according to the National Federation of High Schools, 80% of new officials quit the game after just 2 seasons because of abusive behavior from the stands and sidelines?
Your kid's Friday night touchdown. Just Wit HD on Roku. IndianaSRN is bringing Central Indiana high school sports right to your living room in crystal clear quality. With over 350 live contests streaming each year, from football under the lights to basketball buzzer beaters, we're putting local athletes in the spotlight. Search IndianaSRN on your Roku device today and never miss a moment of hometown glory.
High school basketball brought to you by Official Human. Their mission is to restore respect to game officials and recognize them as authorities on the field and the court. Make sure you do your part and practice good sportsmanship. And Family Source Insurance, Pat Cherry is your independent agent proudly representing Ohio Mutual Insurance. Give him a call, 317-894-7000. Second half action coming up on Indiana SRN.
At Riskwork, we're Team Indiana through and through, from coaching youth basketball to protecting critical infrastructure. Like our partners at IndianaSRN, we invest in people first. That same grit and leadership on the court drives our work in cybersecurity. We help businesses stay secure, resilient, and ready with no guesswork. If you can trust us to protect the grid, you can surely trust us to protect your Indiana business.
It's game day, a time to focus on the excitement and not to worry about your insurance coverage. With Indiana Farmers Insurance by your side, you can step onto the field or into the bleachers with true peace of mind, knowing your coverage is handled by local agents who care about your business, your auto, your home, and your farm as much as you do. Local insurance, local agents, here for you. Now that's what we call teamwork.
Welcome back. See the crowd here at Cathedral High School. Let's talk about keys to the second half.
Yeah, it seemed like for Cecina, once they got down, it was panic mode. They were shooting too many corner threes, too many rush threes from the outside. Get back into your offense. Just because you're down 4, 5, 6 points, you can still battle back, as Cathedral proved. As far as Cathedral goes, keep working through Keaton Aldridge. Keep getting that basketball to him and let him just go to work. And then also, it was a great point you made. You know, Shellhouse, he was kind of started out, and then we didn't really see much or hear from him. So he's a defensive presence that Cecina's going to need here in the second half.
All right, we'll come back. Your second half is on the way on Indiana SRN.
This is LifeWise Academy. It's a program that teaches Bible-based character education to public school students during school hours. Not before school and not after, but during school hours.
So here's how this works. The students will leave this school building, hop on this bus, take a short ride across the street to the church. I can see the steeple from here, have Bible class, hop back on the bus, head back to school. It's that simple.
Go to lifewise.org to find your school.
During Army basic training, I found out I had 7 herniated discs. Prescription pain medication led me to a heroin addiction. I entered Wheeler's program and learned life on God's terms.
After meeting Greg, I was so impressed, I hired him. When you change that one life, it makes it all worthwhile.
Now, I have a family, house, and a job that I love. At Wheeler, you can have something everlasting.
High school basketball brought to you tonight by Aspen Creek Grill. Why go anywhere else? Fresh, amazing food, servers who truly care about your experience. You got to give it a try. Aspen Creek Grill. Second half action coming up, 30-22 here at the half.
Fans, are you ready to get even closer to all the action with IndianaSRN? Subscribe now and never miss a moment. Subscribe to our YouTube channel and get instant access to exclusive live streams. Stay updated with real-time scores and breaking news by following us on Twitter, your ultimate source for everything Indiana sports related. Hit that subscribe button on YouTube and smash that follow on Twitter. Join the IndianaSRN family today and take your passion for high school and college sports to the next level.
Countdown 3, 2, 1.
Back here at Cathedral High School, Fighting Irish trying to win the City Alliance Championship here tonight. I would imagine, though, Cecina needs to get off to a fast start like they did in the opening quarter, but then they got to sustain it the rest of the way.
Yeah, and it starts by getting high percentage looks, setting some screens, and just getting into an offensive rhythm, running some sets. It was just too often there in that second quarter where it was too much one-on-one basketball. Too many people standing around the arc, nobody cutting, nobody setting screens. Not a lot of communication once they got down. As far as Cathedral goes, look, this is a team that we know is going to go through Keaton Aldridge, but again, can you get Braylon Pippins involved? Can Rogers and Miles get going as well? We shall see. It was a big half, obviously, for Julian Smith. He had 9 points, knocked down a 3 there in that second quarter.
By the way, Shellhouse, you mentioned him earlier, had 2 fouls, and it put him on the bench for the entire first half. So now Cecina basketball. Here's Mathis. We'll get it inside to Foster. Now Shellhouse drives, basket good, and a foul.
Yeah, and right off the bench immediately making an impact. Great extra pass there. Went up strong, used the body for protection, got fouled, and laid it in.
Pippins will pick up the foul. That's his second.
And we talked about, in life, your best ability is availability, and even though that didn't look clean.
Yeah, that did not even hit the rim,
Yeah.
So it's been a while since Shellhouse has had a game opportunity at the free throw line.
Yeah, but let's see what he can do defensively. Can he slow down Keaton Aldridge, who obviously had that 9 points in the first half? But nice to get a bucket on your opening possession of the second half while trailing.
By the way, Ryan Gold will start in the second half. Rogers for 3 in the corner.
Yeah, big time there for Rogers. Get him going here early and often. And as we mentioned, look, you're going to get your points from Aldridge, but there's a lot of other key role players on his team. I don't think you can call that. I don't like that.
Oh, I don't think he can either.
I don't.
No, that was not a really good call right there. As you see that 3 moments go by Rogers, it'll be a 30-second timeout.
Yeah, I didn't really like that call, but that's okay. I'm not out there wearing the stripes. It just, when you're falling out of bounds, calling that timeout, I've never really liked that. Here you're falling into the backcourt. That should have been probably a turnover. I think that's why Brian Delaney gave that look that he did. Wait a minute, are you sure about that? But both teams kind of going back and forth here in this first 30 seconds, getting buckets on their first possession. But I think if you're Cathedral, we talked about it on Saturday. Troy, you and I have talked about it in high school basketball all season long. You're up 9. You don't want Cecina to even creep any closer. You want to keep this in between the 9 and 15-point range.
By the way, without that turnover right there, that would have been number 9 for Cecina. Then each team would have had 9, but they catch a break, and it will remain Crusaders basketball. Off the inbound, good look here at Collins. By the way, Ian Collins, only 2 points so far tonight. Ball loose on the floor, and still loose.
Yeah, another 50-50 ball goes to Cathedral.
And we got a foul call against Shellhouse, number 3.
Don't hate the foul. I hate the player that committed the foul, right?
Exactly.
The foul stops at transition bucket, but now your big man has 3 fouls.
Ball loose, it goes out of bounds, and we may have another foul. They're actually going to change it to Mathis, who picked up the foul.
Well, that's good if you're Cecina, because you don't want your big man getting foul trouble. We saw really when he was out, that defensive presence, that rim protector went away, and Cathedral scored about 80% of their points in the paint, like they have tried to here. And
well, they're getting all kinds of looks inside. Aldridge cleans it up.
3-4 offensive rebounds there. And you see the size that Pippins and Aldridge has down low.
By the way, Shellhouse did pick up his 3rd on that last foul.
So I guess it evens out in the wash at the end there.
So now it's a 11-point lead. This is now turning into a 19-point turnaround.
Yeah.
Take another look at it the other end. There's 1, 2.
Yeah, that one. There was 2 more prior to that. If you want to count the tip, the old Moses Malone, tip backs a few times. So you're not out of this here if you're Cecina, but you don't need the 3 to get yourself back in the game either.
By the way, that last foul on Aldridge, his first. Each team with 2. Strong drive to the basket, and short on the shot is Mathis.
Yeah, and it was the size there of Pippins, right? Down low, got his hands up, defended without fouling, and it led to the missed basket.
Ball loose. Julian Smith missed it. They'll get it back again. That's just good hustle after a 50-50 ball.
Yeah, and it's these second chance opportunities, and Cathedral will make you pay. Travel.
Yep, Aldridge took that extra step. That'll be the 10th turnover now by the Fighting Irish.
Yeah, and you just kind of one of those things where you moved too quickly to try to get away from the defender for a better look.
Well, Shellhouse is going to stay in with those 3 fouls. They probably feel at this stage they really don't have much choice. Here's Foster, 3-pointers on the way, can't get the roll.
Yeah, it was a good look. He got the shoulder squared, stepped into it, just didn't quite get the roll.
Quickly the other way. Here is Julian Smith in the corner. Can't get that one to fall.
You know that's going to go up.
Lead pass to Shellhouse, who will slam it.
Yep. And, if you can get him going, that's what happens when you clean the glass. That's what happens when you don't allow second chance opportunities. And now all of a sudden, that big that momentum starting to shift back to Cecina. Yes, you're down 9, but a couple more good looks like that, and it starts at the defensive end. That was a quick bucket. I don't even think that ball hit the floor before it was dunked home.
11 turnovers now by the Fighting Irish. Cecina down by 9. Foster against Aldridge missed it short.
Yeah, he just goes to that fadeaway. We've seen that 2 or 3 times tonight, and they haven't been able to go.
Quickly down the floor, wide open 3 from the right side is good. Rogers 2 threes in the third quarter.
Yeah, all 6 of his points coming here in the last 2+ minutes, and that's how you quiet a quick little mini run from Cecina. You knock down a 3.
Here's a 3 back the other way, no good by Mathis. And we got a pushing foul. Here's the Shellhouse dunk.
Yeah, great job here in transition. 1 pass, ball doesn't even hit the ground, puts it up for the dunk. Look, I love shooting 3s, as you know, but if you're going to get back in this game, if you're Cecina, and you're going to shoot the 3, make them high percentage. Pump fake and dribble yourself into a better look. They've just forced 5 or 6 threes here in the last quarter and a half, and it's led to this 12-point deficit.
Jalen Foster picked up the foul moments ago. He has 2. This is Aldridge on the drive, and boy, he is strong.
Yeah, I mean, that body just, and what we talk about on Saturday, Troy, you and I were talking about, there are the players that go up and they wait for the foul and try to get the and one. Aldridge goes up and just goes to the basket. He's going to finish almost every time, and if he gets fouled, he'll earn that trip to the line.
Julian Smith picked up his second. It is now a 14-point lead. That's a 23-point turnaround now for the Fighting Irish.
Yeah, and it's been defense, and it's been a lot of the points that they have gotten have come right here in the paint.
Drive, no good on the shot by Mathis. It goes out of bounds. It'll stay here.
Yeah, a little bit of a miscommunication there. Ball took an awkward bounce off the backboard. It's kind of skipped off of there, and couldn't quite grab the rebound and off of Cathedral, so it'll stay here with Cecina. 4 minutes to go, about halfway through this third quarter. If you're Cecina, you want to find yourself on a little bit of a run going into the fourth quarter, have this cut down to single digits. Too much one-on-one. Just too much one-on-one.
10 turnovers. Aldridge back the other way and a foul.
Yeah. Just a little bit too much one-on-one, and it starts with Foster. I mean, Foster's a great scorer, right? But, he's kind of struggled tonight. I think he only has 4 points. He had 10 the other day, but you go one-on-one like that, defense comes to you, double teams you, and it either leads to a turnover or a forced shot, and that's not helping your team.
So Aldridge at the line. He's not a really good free throw shooter as he misses the first. He's now 1 of 3.
Yeah, I think he missed, 4 or 5 on Saturday.
Yeah, missed 6.
Well, 6, yeah. But once again, here we are halfway through the quarter, and from here on out, Cathedral will find themselves at the free throw line per Cecina fouling.
Second free throw is good. So it's a 15-point lead here, and we're at the halfway point of the third. The backdoor cut. Yep, that'll be a kick by Julian Smith.
But what do we talk about at halftime, Troy? And they haven't made the adjustment in the first 4 minutes. There's just no offensive rhythm. There's nobody setting screens. There's no plays being ran. There's really no purpose offensively here for Cecina. And we've seen this. This is a team that has scored, about 10 points in the last 14 or so minutes?
Yeah, they have really struggled. Good look here at Hill. Dumping inside to Shell House, and another turnover.
Yeah, it's just there's no purpose on offense for Cecina.
11 now.
And trying to work that basketball down low is the right move, but the pass just was a little bit too late, got deflected, and was turned over.
Aldridge gets fouled again, and he is, by the way, just kind of physically taking over this game.
Yeah, and that's what he's going to do. He's probably going to live at the free throw line for the final 11-plus minutes here for the Fighting Irish.
Shellhouse, by the way, just picked up number 4. Jake Marshall will be checking in.
Yeah, that'll put you on the bench, and unfortunately, he got that dunk, he got some of the scoring going, and just can't defend without fouling, and I can't blame the kid. It's hard to defend Aldridge without fouling, and especially knowing that his free throw percentage is about 52%.
Yeah. Well, one thing against Shellhouse, hadn't played in the last couple of games, so that has not helped. Great hustle there by Aldridge.
We talked about with Cardinal Ritter on Saturday, it just seemed like some of their passes were a split second behind, or, if it bounced one way, it would have been a bucket. Here, it just seems like for Cecina, since Cathedral has gone on this run and really switched this game and taken the lead, it just seems like Cecina's about a step behind on some of these passes, forcing too many outside shots. Like I said, you want to get this within single digits by the end of the quarter, but Cathedral has something to say about that as they push it to their biggest lead of 16.
Adrian Hill working the point, gets it back down low, stripped out of his hands, and a foul call against Aldridge.
Yeah, and again, there just another pass that was just a slight step behind. And credit to Cathedral, their length and their speed leads to that. But if you're Cecina, set some screens, get a down screen going, try to have some kind of offensive set.
Hill's free throw is short. By the way, Cecina scored 8 in the second. They've only scored 4 here in the third.
Yeah, it's been, about 12 points, maybe 14 since that 2-minute mark of the first quarter. And this has totally shifted in favor of the home Fighting Irish.
Hill has 4 points, missed them both.
And we talked about it. I think we said it in the first quarter. If you're Cecina, you don't want that gap to get closer. You want to play it between a 6 and 10-point game. And what do we say with Cathedral at halftime? You want to keep this between 9 and 16 even more. Here you are with a 16-point lead.
That's a dangerous pass. Goes out of bounds. Well, there's
it's a little force.
No doubt about it that the Fighting Irish, so they picked up their defense offensively at times. They look a little rough.
Yeah, this is a Cathedral team that's looking to go 13-3. I mean, they have been hot over the last couple of weeks. Obviously, that win at Chittard last week in this city tournament. But when you score 75 points a game, which they're not on scale to do here, I think if they get to 60, 65, you'd be happy.
Here is Foster for 3, short.
Wow.
Take that back. That was actually Bryce Mathis, but we do have a foul on the rebound.
So we got 10:44 to go in this game. The 3 ball is not falling. Water always finds this level. Obviously, they started out pretty hot from downtown, did Cecina, but simply have not gotten a 3 to go down here over the last quarter plus.
Here's Adrian Hill, 0 for 2 from the line. He just missed his 2 free throws moments ago, and he does hit this one. Tonight's game brought to you by Wheeler Mission. For over 131 years, Wheeler Mission has been a pillar in the Indianapolis community, providing help, hope, and healing to people in need. Give them a call, 317-686-6239. Second free throw good.
Free throws for both sides for the final 2:44. So, Cecina, you want to defend without fouling and then be aggressive towards the paint. Get yourself back in this game via the free throw line.
Rogers out to Lloyd, and now they'll set it up to Ryan Gold. By the way, Delaney back in. Aldridge getting a break. The drive off the glass, no good by Gold. Rebound Delaney, had it for the moment, gets it back, and gets it to go.
Yeah, just too much size, goes up with it, and scores, uses the glass.
Foul the other way. Looks like they may get Skylar Rogers. Take a look at that one.
It'll be interesting to see here with the way Cathedral is playing offensively and with Aldridge sitting on the bench. Defensively, if you're Cecina, do you go into the 2-1-2 here? You know, you had some success early in the first quarter with it. Do you make a defensive adjustment? Man-to-man defense that they have shown has only resulted in Cathedral getting looks right around the basket.
Well, this young man right here, 19 against Crispus Attucks, only 2 points so far tonight as he missed the first of 2.
Yeah, he was feeling it on Saturday, wasn't it? And it's totally been the opposite. And sometimes when it doesn't fall, it doesn't fall. And we saw it there with that trip to the free throw line. Great pass.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Layup at the other end by Tristan Lloyd. By the way, Tony, they have missed 5 free throws. Speaking of Cecina, full timeout, 46-28.
A great lawn starts with the right equipment. At Reynolds Farm Equipment, we're here to help you make mowing easier and more enjoyable. From zero turns to lawn tractors, John Deere mowers give you the power, precision, and comfort to get the job done right. Plus, with expert service and support from Reynolds, you can spend less time worrying about your mower and more time enjoying the results. Reynolds Farm Equipment, your local John Deere dealer since 1955.
Looking to elevate your brand? Choose Dynamark, your local one-stop shop for all your print, signs, promo products, apparel, and mailing services. Serving Indianapolis for over 50 years. Dynamark, where strong relationships are built through exceptional service.
Back here at Cathedral High School. Right now an 18-point lead for the Fighting Irish. They were trailing by 4 at the end of 1. They were down by 8 at one point, 9-1. But since that timeout by Coach Delaney, it has been all Fighting Irish. Though again, they've had some struggles at times turning the ball over. They've dominated at the offensive boards. They've been able to get easy buckets by taking it strong to the basket.
Yeah, and Cecina offensively has helped out Cathedral defensively by taking low percentage shots from distance. And what we talked about is I want to see an adjustment. Are we going to adjust on defense? And can we get some offensive flow going? Can we get some down screens? Can we get some movement?
Here's a 3 on the way, good by Collins.
Again, you know, there's always that shot where it's like, no, then it goes in, and you're like, okay, that was definitely one of those.
15-point lead, 90 seconds and counting here in the third. By the way, Aldridge still out of the lineup.
Yeah, and I think that's okay. I think you leave him on the bench for the remainder of this quarter, up 15. Obviously, he'll play some in the fourth quarter.
Turnover, the steal by Mathis in the layup.
Yep. All right, a little bit of momentum here for Cecina. Can you get one more stop and a bucket heading into the quarter? Said you got to get this to about 10. Here's the stop. Now can you go get a bucket?
Cecina back on the run once again, and then a double team and a jump ball.
So as somebody who's possessing the basketball, you have to be able to feel that double team. You have to know when it's coming, even on transition like that. But as a teammate, you have to let your teammate know who has the basketball. You're double, kick it, find me, I'm open. Because if you're double team, somebody is open.
By the way, Aldridge is back in now. I think they know they need his offense, don't they?
Yep, and Delaney knows You don't want Cecina to get a stop and a score here and have it within 10.
Julian Smith for 3, no good. Offensive rebound, Armani Wells.
Yeah, what is that, about 8 offensive rebounds here in this one for Cathedral. I'm not going to count the 5 that was a bounce. I think it's an over-the-back call.
Yeah, I think they're going to get Armani Wells, though a great drive. Just couldn't finish was Aldridge.
And free throws.
And this will be Jake Marshall.
You got to make them here. Clock stop, free throws, put them down.
They have now missed 6 free throws here in the third quarter.
Look, you're never going to go 100% from the free throw line at any level. I get that. But even if you are 50-50 on those, that's 4 points. This game looks a little bit different.
What a jump ball as that ball went to the floor, and Ryan Gold thought he got pushed from behind.
Hold for the last shot. 28 seconds, you're down 13. Even if you get a 2 and you cut it to 11, you're about where you need to be heading into the fourth quarter.
Blocked shot by Lloyd.
He's out of bounds. That's Cathedral basketball.
Yep, it sure is. That was Caleb Davis.
It's the right call. And this is why you hold for the final shot. Cathedral's going to score here. You just feel it. And instead of going to the locker room or going to the third down 13, this could be 15, possibly 16.
Here's Aldridge. Clock down to 6. It'll be Smith. Can't get it to go. Back the other way, and they do not get a shot off before the end of the third. It's a 13-point Irish lead.
A great lawn starts with the right equipment. At Reynolds Farm Equipment, we're here to help you make mowing easier and more enjoyable. From zero turns to lawn tractors, John Deere mowers give you the power, precision, and comfort to get the job done right. Plus, with expert service and support from Reynolds, you can spend less time worrying about your mower and more time enjoying the results. Reynolds Farm Equipment, your local John Deere dealer since 1955.
Looking to elevate your brand? Choose Dynamark, your local one-stop shop for all your print, signs, promo products, apparel, and mailing services. Serving Indianapolis for over 50 years. Dynamark, where strong relationships are built through exceptional service.
High school basketball in IndianaSRN brought to you by LifeWise Academy. They support educators and communities by improving student outcomes. With LifeWise Academy, your community can bring biblical values back into the classroom. Give them a call, 614-367-5767. All right, 8 minutes.
If you're Cathedral, you want to play this first 2 minutes as you normally would, get some good looks, knock down some shots, and leave, put the dagger in it here early. Don't give Cecina any opportunity to come back.
Pull-up shot short as Lloyd can't get it to go. Cecina on the run the other way. The drive, and no on the shot by Mathis. Rebound, and a foul call will put Davis to the line.
Yeah, just great awareness there. Fading away, foul comes, throw it up, see if you can get an and one. You don't, but earn it from the line.
Aldridge just picked up his third.
These are huge. They've missed a lot of free throws in that third quarter.
They did. Well, they're continuing that trend. They have now missed 8 free throws in the second half, 10 overall.
If you shoot 50% of those 10, that's 5 more, now 6 more points. It's 46-39.
Boy, and how did Aldridge not get the rebound? Here's
Logo.
a 3, no.
I think if you're Cathedral here, you want to push. You're up 13, get this to about 17 or 18 in that 5-minute mark and leave no hope here. That stays, it's going to be a foul. Yeah, I'll say. was the right call. A lot of hand on that. Yeah, but, I mean, Cecina, look, forced three-pointers, missed free throws, and they've given up a lot of second-chance opportunities on the defensive end.
Off the inbound, three in the corner by Tristan Lloyd.
Yeah, we talked about leaving, no doubt. That's a great start to it. You get a stop, and then you get a three ball, 16-point lead. Ties the biggest tonight for the Cathedral Fighting Irish on their home court.
By the way, Lloyd now with 8 points. Pull-up shot in the lane. That'll be Collins.
I like it. High percentage. Not settling for that outside three. Not settling for a fadeaway. Get it into the paint. Rise and fire.
Back the other way. Left-hand shot. Good by Gold.
Yeah, some things you just defense can't beat, and that was certainly one of those.
Boy, and what's hard about that is you come down, you get a bucket at one end, and you give up a bucket at the other end. You just can't trade baskets now. Here is Collins, missed it. And the Fighting Irish, again, 2 players going for the basketball, and it will stay with Cecina.
Yeah, and we talked about where you are as far as physicality, and physicality here from Cathedral has forced Cecina into some uncomfortable situations.
Off the inbound, turnover.
And a foul.
Each team with 13 turnovers. Collins picks up the foul, his second.
And you're right. It's a great point. You can't trade buckets here. And it's not a 3 for a 2. It's we need a couple stops in a row. Stop, score, stop, score.
Aldridge will find Smith. Smith able to dribble away from the double team. And we have a double dribble called against Julian Smith.
I had my eyes on the pass up top to Gold, but there you go. There's a stop. Now can you string together a couple of scores and a couple of stops? 16-6 isn't crazy, but it's got to start here.
Good look here at Collins.
Somebody comes to the screen. There we go.
That'll be Foster on the screen. Hill on the drive, missed it.
Yeah, just a little bit too much. Too deep.
Here's a shot in the corner, no good this time by Lloyd.
Go with it, look up.
Lead pass the other way, Collins.
Stop and a score there. Got to do it again. Pick up the defensive intensity.
Aldridge, the spin with the right hand, good.
Yeah, there's that motor we talked about, though. When you need a bucket, reliable. The Irish are 12-3, and it's a lot to do with Keaton Aldridge.
Yeah, he has 17 points now tonight. The drive by Davis had it blocked. Davis gets it back, then wide open is Mathis for 3. All
right. It's a mini 5-2 run. Not big, but you're within 13. Can you, in the next minute, go on another 4-0 run and get this to single digits? There's your stop.
Yep.
Now push. You got numbers.
Julian missed that one. Here's Foster.
This will be huge.
Open Davis.
All right. I'm getting a timeout if I'm Delaney, and he does. Down 10, 4:47 to go. Big time 8-2 run there.
It'll be a 30-second timeout. Well, all of a sudden now, Cecina making a game out of it.
Yeah.
Oh, they say Cecina called the timeout? No, I think
that's on Cathedral.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's Delaney definitely. You're not calling a timeout with momentum and an 8-2 run.
No.
4:47 left. You know, you would love to be able to replicate what you just had on that 8-2 run. But what happened, Troy? It started on the defensive end. They got stops. And what did I say in the third quarter? I don't mind shooting the three. High percentage looks. The last 2 3 balls that they knocked down, wide open because of an extra pass.
Yep. Well, let's see what the Fighting Irish would do. Again, we talked about that key timeout in the first half when they were down 9-1, and it really sparked them. Let's see if they've got another one here with Coach Delaney.
I mean, Cecina has speed. I would like to see the Crusaders picking up the Irish in full court.
All right, here we go. It'll be Aldridge in the backcourt. Aldridge gets the screen there from Pippins. Boy, Aldridge's not happy there with Ryan Gold, is he?
Yeah, he wanted that screen, that pick and roll. Gold's going to go one-on-one here, and he scores.
Finishes. How about that?
Yeah, that'll keep that side eye from Aldridge off of you when you drive the lane and score like that.
Back to a 12-point lead.
Yeah, got to be a sense of urgency from here on out.
And how about that move by Foster?
Yeah, pick up full court here. Put some pressure on the basketball.
Aldridge.
That's definitely a foul.
I think they're going to get Hill.
Look, I'm willing to give up the over-the-top basket by bringing two defenders into the backcourt to put full court pressure on Cathedral. You could push them into a turnover, an 8-second call, and here's a turnover.
15 now, 2-on-1 break. The other way, the miss, and then the putback by Davis, no good.
Man, and that's Carey. You just think about that bucket right there is going to come back to haunt you.
Man.
You know, you played unselfish basketball, you missed the layup, and off of the offensive rebound, you're kind of fading away. You put it back up in the last 5 seconds here, Troy, with those misses, and now on the free throw line. This could really be a 4-point swing.
Yeah, missed opportunities by Cecina. Back in will be Delaney. That will put Pippins on the bench. Pippins, 15 in that win over Ritter. Only 2 free throws tonight.
Yeah, this is a fast enough Cecina team where you can kind of quote-unquote play with your hair on fire. Offensively, let's run down and get a bucket near the rim. And defensively, let's pick up and defend full court.
Back to 12.
Still don't need a 3. If you get a good look like they got before that timeout, you take it. But don't need to force one. Great pass. Yep.
Yeah, they're going to get Aldridge for number 4.
Go at him here. He's got 4 fouls. Go at him. Post up. Little mismatch hesitation. Maybe a pump fake. Try to get him to commit that 5th foul. That would be huge for Cecina.
Well, they take Aldridge
him out. Yep. Good call.
Got a foul this time, I believe, on Delaney. Got a little handsy on that one.
Yeah. Are they going to call it? They're going to call it a shot? No. I was going to say that was on the ground, but the referee had 2 fingers up there. Maybe they wanted to make the correction that it was on Rogers. Great bucket.
Yep. That'll be Davis on the backdoor cut. He has 7.
And here's the full court pressure. Somebody else needs to come up. What can you do now? You got 3:23. Aldridge probably going to be on the bench for the next minute.
One thing for sure, this is a very small lineup here for the Fighting Irish.
And here's kind of where they go into keep-away mode. If you get a good look, going towards the basket on a high percentage look, great. If not, clock.
That is Julian Smith. Here's Lloyd. Then the drive down low, reverse layup, good by Delaney.
Yeah, great job there by Delaney. Kind of tell he's the coach's kid, right? We need a bucket. I'm going to go get one. I'm going to use the body, get a little separation, and lay it in off the window.
Delaney with 6. Almost a turnover. That is Foster, and Foster fouled by Delaney. But you got to hit your free throws.
Yeah, and that's, as you know, Troy, has been a problem of Cecina's.
They've missed 9 in the second half, 11 overall.
Again, half of 11 is 6. So add 7 points to their total right now. You're at 59-55. I mean,
yeah.
50% from the free throw line should be the absolute standard in your, what, 13th, 14th game of the season?
Exactly. Well, Foster hits them both. He is a perfect 4-4 from the line. The lead back to 10. That is a mark that so far Cecina can't get by, but another near turnover.
Oh, man, and just talk about the ball bouncing your way. Don't need it. Don't need it.
Rogers unable to hit the 3. Mathis.
You got to give the basketball up here.
Here's Foster.
There you go.
Yep, foul call against Gold.
Kind of a sporadic play there on both sides.
comes Aldridge.
Yeah, you got to get Aldridge back in the game. Just the presence that he has offensively and defensively is massive.
Tonight's game brought to you by Morales Group. They're in business to create a better future for you, your family, and the community we share. Whether you're looking for the right career or the perfect candidate, they are here to help. Morales Group Staffing, 317-472-7600, and another missed free throw.
Yeah, that's there's a lot of differences in this game, but controlling what you can control on Cecina's end, and it's certainly from the free throw line.
Probably I jinxed him because I said he's the only one. In fact, he was 4 for 4 up until that miss.
Yeah.
Back to now a 9-point lead. Fighting Irish get it down to Delaney, and he'll get fouled.
Late call. It's Coach's son. He's going, you better get that call, because if you're going to miss that, they're going to be on the run.
Foster picked up number 3.
We're going to live a lot at the free throw line here over the next 2 minutes and 30 seconds.
Delaney now with 7. By the way, Julian Smith out of the lineup. Rogers in, Bold in. Second free throw miss.
Go with it. Push, 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 push.
Under 2. Foster down the lane. Yes.
Yep. Now defend in the full court. Come back and defend full court. If they beat you over the top for a layup, they beat you over the top for the layup. But when you come full court, you can turn the basketball over.
Oh, and another missed layup, this time by Collins.
We've got a player down over here. He made some contact and then slid. If I'm Cathedral here, just slow it up. Just slow it up. Just slow it up.
And boy, they're trying to hold on right here.
Yep.
Nice pass inside.
Oh,
and,
oh
my, high to the floor. Takes a hard hit as Aldridge went down as well. Looks like that might be Ian Collins, am I right?
Yeah.
Take another look at it.
Yeah, just went up for that block, and the body and the control. Aldridge is so good at controlling the basketball. We talked about it a little bit on Saturday, but it's not just his passing presence. His court awareness and the ability to adjust and move his body in defense of the basketball is super impressive. What an agile player. Obviously, when he's in the basketball game, both offensively and defensively, Cathedral with the advantage.
So Aldridge at the line, couple of big free throws right here. By the way, we mentioned he has struggled from the line. He has missed tonight 3 free throws.
Yep.
Though much better tonight than he was on Saturday.
If a miss and you're Cecina, it's grab the rebound here and go, go, go.
Aldridge has 20.
Go, 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 go. You don't need a 3. I know you're looking at 9 and you're going 3, 3, 3. Just get a good look.
Davis on the drive will find Foster. Here's his 3. Good.
I get a timeout if I'm Delaney. It's within 6 with a minute.
Here's Delaney. He will find Lloyd. Cecina chasing. Back to Delaney. And before he makes the move, we've got a timeout on the floor. Irish lead it by 6.
Aspen Creek Grill, we are a from-scratch concept with comfort, fresh food. You can expect a world-class experience on a great budget. We've got incredible specials, great service. Today's dish that we're going to highlight is going to be our Aspen Blue Sirloin. It is, again, our premium Black Angus certified beef, and we top that with a blue cheese crust. Again, everything that we do here is made from scratch, and it's no different from our steaks. We hand cut all our steaks in-house. So our team back there it's just an incredible team. Everything that they do, they take so much pride in. They put a little bit of themselves into everything that they do over here, especially since it is a made from scratch concept. We want everybody to come, visit us, enjoy some great food with some great service. Bring your friends, bring your family, come have some great food, have a great time with us with some of the best comfort scratch food. Back here at Cathedral High School, the City Alliance Championship on the line, and
Cecina making a run here with the last 1:02 to go.
Yeah, and we talked about free throws. They've missed 12. You shoot 50% on those 12 misses, we're tied.
Julian Smith, the double team, and a quick foul.
I like it. Extend the game as much as possible. You've hit a couple threes here in this fourth quarter. They've all been good looks, high percentage. And we'll see if going to the free throw line, if Cathedral can knock these down with Julian Smith.
Yeah, Julian had 9 in the first half, has not scored in the second half.
I believe he's 0 of 3 now from the free throw line.
Saw a lot of zeros on that score sheet from the free throw line, haven't we?
Man. You and I are both shooters, Troy. Like, it's crazy. That one's short. Here we go. Run. That's a turnover. They fouled you. They gave you an opportunity, and that's a turnover.
Coming up on 50. Drive down the lane by Mathis, and a foul. We're going to go back to the line.
Yeah, but it's going to be on the ground. But again, in the bonus here, 48 seconds. Just drive you nuts as a coach.
Oh, my.
If you go to the free throw line, there's an opportunity to cut it to 4, and you don't convert.
Well, 11 misses now by Cecina.
There you go. Nice confident stroke. I like it. Nicely done, Mathis.
Yeah, Mathis has 13 points.
I think you defend. Try to maybe get an 8-second call. You're within 4.
Another timeout on the floor. It's a 4-point lead, and the timeout will take a timeout as well.
They say nice guys don't finish first. So maybe it's time to reconsider what it means to be first.
It's about being your best, but knowing you can be even better.
It's being present, but respectful of history.
It's donating something more valuable than money.
It's believing in yourself and something bigger.
It's coming from different families, but treating each other like brothers.
It's not just being a man, it's being a Mason.
Hey sports fans, are you ready to get even closer to all the action with IndianaSRN? Subscribe now and never miss a moment. Subscribe to our YouTube channel and get instant access to exclusive live streams. Stay updated with real-time scores and breaking news by following us on Twitter, your ultimate source for everything Indiana sports related. Hit that subscribe button on YouTube and smash that follow on Twitter. Join the IndianaSRN family today and take your passion for high school and college sports to the next level.
48.8 to go. Cathedral trying to hold on now.
Free throws. You know, we talked about it as a key to the game when you and I started. If you can make your free throws, you're going to have an opportunity to win. Here, I think you defend. You try to get a backcourt violation, and then you foul.
Off the inbound, Gold will get it back to Aldridge. Lob down underneath, and the layup good by Rogers.
Yeah, you don't need to hit free throws when you get a layup like that. Not out of it here, and you don't need a 3. Still time. Just want to get a good high percentage bucket. You got to do it quickly, though.
Good look here, Davis. 3 on the way is no good by Hill. Battle for the loose basketball.
Jump.
Yep. It will be Crusader ball. Mathis coming back in.
Backdoor cut here. Get Foster going towards the basket if you can.
And Cecina is going to get a timeout right here. It's another full timeout.
Hey, thanks for joining us tonight. We consider it a privilege to have you as one of our listeners and viewers. If you'd like to see more content just like tonight, just hit the donate button. Every dollar that you donate will go right back into more games right here on IndianaSRN. This means more games for you. It's IndianaSRN, where you always have a front row seat.
This is the hotel breakfast.
It looked different online.
Do you children like eggs? Here, they make your bones grow.
It'll be fine. It's gonna be fine. All right, guys. Look alive.
Is it fine, Daryl?
I'm starving.
When free hot breakfast can make or break your day, it matters where you stay.
Go get 'em.
Hampton by Hilton. Hilton for the...
Back here at Scecina, the Fighting Irish trying to win the championship here tonight. Scecina not going away just yet. 26.8 to go.
Don't need a 3. I mean, obviously a 3 would be great, but get something quickly on a bounce pass backdoor cut. They're gonna
Off
go
the
3.
inbound.
Block. Oh!
Oh, my. The foul against Mathis. Mathis will go to the line for 3. The foul was on Skylar Rogers.
The block was clean, Troy. The landing was not. You got to let the three-point shooter land. Need all 3 of these.
Yeah.
I don't even need to say it.
There's one of them.
And he's done a great job. He's gone back to the free throw line a couple times here. I believe he's, 3 of his last 5?
He is 3. Actually, he's hit 5 in a row. Crap.
You did on Saturday, too, didn't you? It never fails. It's a tale as old as time.
Well, he'll get one more.
Yeah. Got to knock this one down.
Happened to me earlier tonight with Jalen Foster, too. I just need to shut up.
Oh, no. Foul. You got to foul. You got to foul. You just don't have enough time. It's not enough time.
Fighting Irish will get it back to Aldridge.
Yeah, you got to foul. Foul, 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 foul. Just lost 15 seconds. And you got to foul immediately, right? And here's why you need to foul immediately, because obviously the clock just went off. But make them earn it from the free throw line instead of beating you over the top for a possible easy layup.
Clock down to 10.3. 14 missed free throws tonight by Scecina.
That's tough.
So you add the 14 and then you add 13 turnovers. That's a lot of points off the board, isn't it?
I mean, we talked about it. Sometimes when you're missing free throws, it's basically a turnover. If you shot 50% better from the free throw line, you're winning this game.
Yeah.
You know, the game is totally flipped.
Jake Marshall in. That will put Caleb Davis to the bench.
Yeah. And if I'm Cathedral here, if this goes in, I'm just going to run down and defend without fouling. Yeah, just stay away. Just stay away. 10 seconds. Yeah, just don't even get near them. Don't even foul them. Don't even get close. Yep, it's a way to do it.
3 missed, and that's going to do it. So Cathedral surviving tonight as they win it 65-58, and they are the City Alliance champions. Trophy presentation coming up, and we'll show that to you here in a couple of moments. But you know what? I think a lot of people we talked about earlier thought the Fighting Irish are going to win this thing going away. They had to battle to the very end.
Yeah, I think when you look at first Scecina, they played a good game, but you got to make free throws. You can't turn the basketball over. And despite all that, they overcame a lot. They overcame, going up and then going down, not making those free throws, allowing second chance opportunities to battle all the way to the end. So this is a Scecina team that's going to win a lot more games here in 2026. As far as Cathedral, as far as the Irish go, big time win here. It's a W. It's by 7. They flipped a 13-point deficit into a 13-point win on Saturday. Here they flip an 8-point deficit to a 7-point victory.
Quick number check here. Cathedral led by Keaton Aldridge with 20. 11 points by Julian Smith. Lloyd had 8. Rogers had 8. Gold had 7. 2 by Wells. 2 by Pippins, and 9 by Delaney. On the other side, Foster 14. Mathis 15. Collins 11. Davis with 7. 6 points tonight by Hill. 4 points by Shellhouse. 3 points by Minch, and Marshall played, did not score. Tristan Brown also played and did not score in tonight's game. Scecina has their 4-game winning streak snapped. They're now 11-5 on the year. They will play against Heritage Christian on January the 30th. Next up for Cathedral, they will be on the road. They go to Richmond on January 30th, but they've now won 6 straight. And their record now goes to 13-3 on the season.
Yeah, you look at Scecina, obviously falling short here. But now we know as a basketball team, what do we have to do to advance in the state tournament? It's making the free throws. It's not turning the basketball over. Better clock management, more high percentage looks. I think that's a big learning curve here today. This is a young Cecina team, as we talked about earlier in the game. So congratulations to Cathedral. Always great to do it on your home court.
All right, final score once again. Cathedral 65, Cecina 58. Thanks to the entire crew as always. For Tony Donahue, I'm Troy Dergowski. We'll see you next time here on Indiana SRN.